Welcome back to the studio. I'm Leo with Dr. Sarah Chen. Today we'll examine the data from 10,000 simulations and address that dramatic player hype making the rounds in the press for the Group I opener.
It is great to be here, Leo. We have a fascinating data set today. Iraq is returning with pride as the Lions of Mesopotamia. They face a Norwegian squad riding a wave of Viking optimism that is mathematically formidable. Let's see how this tactical clash unfolded under the Gillette Stadium lights.
Sarah, looking at the initial heat maps, Norway is swarming them. Their high-pressing 4-3-3 is absolutely suffocating Iraq's ambitious 4-2-4 formation. It feels like a mismatch in intensity right from the kickoff.
Exactly, Leo. Iraq's setup is brave but structurally fragile. Solbakkens Norway is forcing turnovers high up the pitch, and the sheer verticality is exposing the space behind Iraq's fullbacks. The data shows this high-risk approach from Graham Arnold is creating massive pockets for the opposition to exploit.
And there it is! Erling Haaland slots it home after a beauty of a through ball from Martin Odegaard. That connection is just lethal, Sarah.
It is clinical, Leo. Odegaard's vision is world-class, threading the needle through that disjointed Iraqi defensive line. Haaland does what he does best, finishing with immense power. The simulation confirms this specific sequence has a high probability of occurring when the space is left this open.
It is heartbreaking to watch, Sarah. The Iraqi midfield looks completely lost, leaving massive gaps that are essentially highways for Norway to run through. Is this just a lack of structure?
It is, Leo. The stats indicate that the defensive pivot is failing to track runs. The Norwegian vertical transition is too rapid for the disorganised Iraqi defensive block, and that sketch clearly shows the lines being broken far too easily by the Norwegian midfielders finding pockets of space.
Wow! Antonio Nusa with a screamer into the top corner! That was a rapid transition, wasn't it, Sarah?
A brilliant finish, Leo. Nusa is such a dynamic talent. The Iraqi midfield was caught entirely out of position during that transition, and the space provided allowed Nusa to take that shot with confidence. It is a textbook example of punishing an aggressive team that leaves their defensive transition exposed.
Halftime at Gillette Stadium, and it is 0-2, Sarah. The data cards look pretty bleak for the Lions of Mesopotamia.
The metrics back that up, Leo. Norway's possession and pass accuracy are dictating the rhythm. While Iraq has spirit, they lack the defensive rigidity to survive this onslaught. They need a radical tactical adjustment from Graham Arnold if they want to get back into this game in the second half.
A lifeline! Ali Al-Hamadi capitalizes on a loose ball and drives it home. Is there hope for a comeback, Sarah?
That is a massive momentum swing, Leo. Al-Hamadi showed great individual brilliance and composure to drive forward and finish. The stats show this counter-attack was perfect, proving that Norway's high line can be caught out if Iraq maintains this intensity and exploits the space left behind by the Norwegian defense.
I can feel the energy shifting in the stadium, Sarah. Iraq is finally putting some pressure on the Norwegian half. Look at those heat maps. They are really pushing now.
They are indeed, Leo. The heat maps show a clear surge in forward activity from the Iraqi side. However, the simulations suggest maintaining this sustained pressure is dangerous against such a lethal counter-attacking side like Norway, who are likely just waiting for another opening to kill off the game.
Oh no, he's done it again! Haaland rounds the keeper to make it 1-3. That hurts to see after such a spirited fight, Sarah.
It is devastating, Leo. The offside trap was executed poorly by the Iraqi backline, and Odegaard once again found that perfect pass. Haaland's movement is just impossible to track for 90 minutes. That brace essentially seals the result for Norway, confirming their clinical superiority in the final third tonight.
Iraq is making a final tactical substitution now. It seems a bit late for a turnaround, right, Sarah?
You are correct, Leo. This is strictly damage limitation. The manager is likely trying to close down the lines to prevent a further blowout. It is a pragmatic move to preserve goal difference, which could be critical in the final standings of Group I. The game is effectively over.